The year was 2012, and 22-year-old Taylor Swift had just released her fourth album, Red. Taylor said that this album was a breakup album, and it was designed to portray the complex and conflicting feelings ensuing from lost love.
Now, I know you're not going to name the man who this was about. I read somewhere that you said it was designed to drive the ex absolutely crazy.
Maybe you said that one place, maybe. On a bad day. I think for me, music is my way of understanding what I'm feeling.
Taylor Swift was already a massive star when this album came out. She had been nominated in 2008 for a Grammy for Best New Artist. And then in 2009, she had won the Best Female Video at the MTV Video Music Awards, a moment that may have been overlooked if it wasn't for Kanye West.
I'm really happy for you. I'm gonna let you finish. But Beyonce had one of the best videos of all time.
This moment sparked numerous parodies and memes.
All right, hold up. Hold up. I'm sorry, Pope, but hold up.
Might be expecting me to say something bad about Kanye and how he ran up on the stage and ruined my VMA monologue.
Lady seems like a perfectly nice person. She's getting her award. What's he doing?
Why would he do that?
He's a jackass.
The reforms I'm proposing would not apply to those who are here illegal.
I'm gonna let you finish. But Beyonce had one of the best videos of all time.
Not true.
Whenever there's success, there's always the inevitable backlash. And in 2012, she got a record amount of votes on AmIAnnoying.com, and they found that she was 51.4% annoying. Around this time, Weird Al did a parody of one of her songs.
With exclusive pics of your flabby behind, you think you're all alone.
It was also around this time that Taylor Swift was accused of stealing a song from Saving Jane. Here's Taylor's version. And then here's Saving Jane. August 13, 2012, on a Google Live Hangout, Taylor Swift unveils the new album.
Wow. Okay, I'm so excited, you guys. I have wanted to tell you so many things for so long. And so I figured I would just tell you them all right now.
She also announced the single We Are Never Getting Back Together, which sailed all the way to #1. Let's take a look.
So this is the new single, and this is like a really, really romantic song. It's called We Are Never Ever Getting Back Together. And I hope you like it. Are we playing it now?
Both the standard and deluxe versions of the album Red were released on October 22nd, 2012. The standard version was available in both physical media as well as digital, and then the deluxe version had 6 additional songs. And that version was available exclusively at Target. But remember, Taylor doesn't want you to buy this anymore. She wants you to buy this version because the other version was made after her dad signed a contract for her when she was 15 years old, and it made her very wealthy, but not wealthy enough. The initial release had a tie-in with Keds footwear. She also had promotional tie-ins with Starbucks and Walmart, but her biggest tie-in was with Papa John's.
Right now, get Taylor's new album Red, plus a large one-topping pizza for a special price.
And there she is, cozying up with Papa John himself. I bet that room smelled like the finest perfumes and pepperoni. And back then, you could use the code 25RED to get 25% off anything on the Papa John's menu. And it would be delivered to you in a Papa John's box with Taylor's face right on it. They also had a special package called the Taylor Swift Pizza Party. And they announced a new website, TaylorswiftOnCampus.com. Now, if you go to it today, it just sends you to her regular website. But at the time, this was the home of a very special promotion sponsored by Papa John's Pizza. People could vote for their school or any other school, and the winning college or high school would get a private performance from Taylor Swift herself. And that concert would have been recorded and played as part of the VH1 Storytellers program. This contest was open to any accredited college, any accredited high school, anywhere in the continental United States, all 48 of them. They weren't counting the 2 weirdo states. The promotion was sponsored by Papa John's, CoverGirl, the American Greetings Card Company, and Chegg, CHEGG, which is a company that makes textbooks for schools. The contest got a lot of praise from Taylor Swift fans, but also some concern. People were worried that since this was essentially just a popular vote, only very large schools could win. A small school wouldn't have a chance of getting enough votes to carry the day. CoverGirl posted about it on their Facebook page, but Cece said, no thanks, she can't sing a lick. But Kelly was quick to retort, good, if you don't like her, then my chance of winning just increased. But then Ashley responded with, LOL, Chelsea, you obviously know what you're talking about. All of us fans who have been to dozens of her concerts must be wrong then. Sick burn. But then Kaylee said, read, this isn't fake. Apparently, if you copy and paste this to 10 comments in the next 10 minutes, you'll have the best day of your life tomorrow. You will either get kissed or asked out. And if you break this chain, you will see a little dead girl in your room tonight. In the next 53 minutes, someone will say, I love you or I'm sorry. That's just creepy. But over on 4chan, Anonymous posted, Taylor Swift just started a contest. Let's make her go sing at the Horace Mann School for the Deaf. Immediately, posters on 4chan started fantasizing about Taylor coming out on stage, looking out at the crowd and saying, are you excited? Soon, Horace Mann School for the Deaf was in first place and climbing. Of course, Reddit echoed the charge, and more people voted. And when the dust settled, Horace Mann School for the Deaf had won a concert from Taylor Swift. The school was ecstatic, overjoyed with the concept of this big megastar coming to their school. School principal Jeremiah Ford said, are we the winner? Absolutely. The principal also said that the students were so excited about the prospect of being able to see this concert that even though that they were deaf, they could still enjoy the visuals of seeing one of the biggest stars in the world perform right in front of them, and that these students had various levels of deafness, and some of them would be able to hear somewhat of the concert, and other ones could feel the vibrations of the music as she played it. There are accommodations that make music come alive for deaf people, Jeremiah said. These students have different abilities, they're not impaired, and they're not disabled. Now, people online were starting to point out that there was a stipulation on the contest rule pages that said that if management determined that the school wasn't an appropriate venue for Taylor Swift, she wouldn't have to play there. But still, the news media reporting this said this would be very bad publicity. Taylor Swift is known as a nice mainstream entertainer, and to look at these deaf kids and say, no, thank you, I'm not going to play in front of you, just seemed out of character for Taylor Swift. Now, actually, her contest specifically outlined those 48 continental United States because of what had just happened at the time to the singer Pitbull. Walmart had sponsored a contest that would send Pitbull to perform a concert in the parking lot of any Walmart in the United States. And then a writer for the newspaper The Boston Phoenix encouraged people to vote to send him to the furthest Walmart they could find, which was deep in the heart of Alaska. This was picked up by 4chan and Reddit, and the votes poured in for Kodiak, Alaska, the farthest Walmart of them all, in a town that only had 6,000 residents. Pitbull could have backed out of this, but he didn't. He got on his jet, he flew, not to Kodiak, Alaska, because you can't even fly there. He flew to a nearby city, then had to take a boat across the lake to get to Kodiak, got there, performed for these 6,000 people. And not only that, he brought the writer of the column that encouraged people to vote him to go to Alaska. He brought that guy with him, and he entertained the hell out of everybody that came to that Walmart. Taylor Swift could have gone to the Horace Mann School for the Deaf and gave them the greatest show that anyone has ever seen. But that's not what she decided to do. Instead, she promised that they would get the consolation prize of a $50,000 donation. $10,000 from Papa John's, $10,000 from CoverGirl, $10,000 from American Greeting Card Company, $10,000 from Chegg, the school book manufacturer, and $10,000 from Taylor Swift, which by her own estimation, she makes every 14.4 minutes. 4chan was disappointed, but they moved on to rock the vote in a competition to rename Robert E. Lee Elementary School. Now, to avoid the Taylor Swift problem from happening, they instead made sure to nominate all 5 of the top vote getters. Drew Brees Elementary won out over Bruce Lee Elementary, John Cena Elementary School, Adolf Hitler School for Friendship and Tolerance, and Schoolie McSchoolface. Hey, do you have an extra $3 laying around? It's burning a hole in your pocket and you don't know what to do with it. Go over to my Patreon page for just $3. I'll send you a postcard every single month. Look at this vintage Disneyland postcard. I'm going to be sending this one out to somebody that subscribes, or you can bump your way all the way up to the very top tier. There is a vacancy right now. It's limited. There's only one vacancy, but you can go grab it. And then I will say your name in every single video. You want me to say the name of your YouTube channel in every video? I'll do it. I could say the name of your business. I could say the name of your school. I'll say your name just like Matthew David Chapin, Cheese God, Michael and Jessica and Chris, and you. This one will be you. You know, perhaps this incident made a bigger impact on Taylor Swift than we imagined. Earlier this year, she started hiring a sign language interpreter to interpret all of her songs for people in the audience that were hard of hearing.
Me and my co-interpreter Jen have been prepping and practicing for weeks now. We're so excited to get out there and provide access for the deaf community.
How big is Taylor Swift's deaf fan base?
It's quite big. You'd actually be surprised about how many people love Taylor Swift.
I think this was a moment where she could have turned a negative into a positive, could have gone out there, given them a great show. And instead, you know, they threw money at it and just moved on. And the media didn't really follow up on it, which is good for her. I think it's a shame for those kids. You know, I think even to this day, she could still turn around and say, hey, you know what? At one time I was punked by the internet, and I've decided now I'm going to the Horseman School for the Deaf. I'm going to do a couple songs for him. Do some of that swishy dancing she does. I'd like to see that. I'd like to see. Let's all watch it. Swishy, swishy, swishy. I like that. It's good stuff. I love that. I love women, just like Mr. Pizza. There is a South Korean pizza place called Mr. Pizza, and their slogan is love for women. You can learn all about them by clicking on the box here. Otherwise, YouTube says that this one is best for you. There's the second channel, and I'll see you next time.